You're listening to OKR 98.3 FM in Kilmore and 97.1 FM in Wallen, and we are Lunch with the KGB.
We would like to welcome Kelly to speak to us next. We want to get our 2016 off to a really good financial start, and Kelly is the person to help us do that. She's got at least 2 businesses in town that she deals with currently, and they could not live without her, for her bookkeeping skills are second to none. So take it away, Kelly. Give us some tips for 2016.
Thank you very much for having me here at Lunch with the KGB. I've got some bookkeeping tips for you all. So one of the ones, the key factor is keep all your receipts and invoices for at least 5 years. That is the legal limit that you need to have for the ATO. Second is ensure the system that you use captures all your income and your expenses. We don't want to have any missed transactions, because if you miss transactions, if you miss expenses, then your income tax will be a lot higher, or your company tax will be a lot higher if you miss out on bits and pieces. So the next thing is to have 2 bank accounts, one for everyday transactions and one for savings for your PAYG, your GST, taxes, etc., all your obligations.
Okay.
Superannuation, etc. Next is know what your numbers are doing. Are your expenses higher than your income? Where are you able to reduce your expenses? Because that's a key factor when you're dealing with your business. You need to know what your numbers are doing and where you can tweak it to make your business a lot better, function better, processes better, procedures, all that kind of thing. Then you've got, do you have a budget? I know that's a touchy one for a lot of people, especially as a sole trader. Something that you need to be aware of is you need to do your personal budget and your business budget. Knowing what your numbers are doing personally will give you insight as to how much you need to earn after expenses for your business to be able to pay all your personal liabilities, all your personal expenses, and still have a bit of money to play with for family and trips and those kind of things. So you really need to know what your business and personal budget are doing. Don't be afraid to get your books checked out by a bookkeeper. You can get a bookkeeper to come in and just do a health check on your books. So it's just a quick hour or 2 just to run over your books, see what you're doing, see what's happening. They can give you some tips and pointers how to do it probably more efficiently, or what's going to work best for you, and make sure that you are capturing all those transactions. When it comes to your business, people are buying you. They're buying you, your knowledge, your experience, your expertise. So ensure that when you're meeting with people that you dress professionally, you make sure that you have everything that you need in order to present your best front, because they are buying you and you need to show them that professional persona.
Absolutely. That's a key thing, and that's something that sets you apart from the other businesses in town.
Absolutely, because if you rock up to a business meeting and you're wearing shorts and thongs, people aren't going to really take you seriously. So you need to look at those type of things when you're dealing with other businesses, especially other business owners. Make sure that you're completely prepared, because if they see you're unprepared, then they're not going to take you seriously either. They don't want to deal with someone who's an absolute mess and they're absolute shambles, because they can't trust you with their business.
Yeah, and it sets the pace as well. It sort of shows them that I'm laissez about my business, so my bookkeeper's laissez about my business too. Yeah.
Absolutely. You may look at a bookkeeper as being an expense, but if you think about it this way, if you look at how much time it takes you to do something within your books, so if it takes you, say, 2 hours to put all your invoices in, send them out, etc., majority of the time a bookkeeper can do it for an hour less, right?
So you look at them
we do it every day.
Look at them as a partner.
Absolutely.
And it's deductible.
Yeah, absolutely tax deductible as well. So it's an expense you can claim. And if you are charging yourself out for $70 an hour and you're paying your bookkeeper, $60 or whatever an hour, then you get that $70 an hour. You're paying that $60 out for a bookkeeper to do it in half the time that you would, right? So
You're making money.
That's right. You're making money and you've got a claimable expense. It's a win-win for everybody and it gets done right. A lot of my clients just rock up on my doorstep with a shoebox of receipts and I go, okay, so then I categorise them and put them in the system and all those type of things, but they're just like, I don't know what to do with this, here, you deal with it. And it makes their life a lot easier, especially with a lot of tradies. They just kind of throw it all in the glove compartment and wait until the end of the year, and then they pull it all out and they're like, oh my God, and it's like a task they just don't want to do. It's the end of the world. So that's where I come in to make it a lot easier and streamline for them.
I can relate to that because we know we have to keep them, but what for?
Yeah.
And where do they go?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of my clients have a filing system of just dump it all in a box after I've dealt with it. And I'm like, no, you've got to categorise it at least into financial years. At least in that way we've got something to go back on.
There's some really good apps for keeping receipts. I'm really bad at just shoving them in my bag and my purse. And then I go to look at them and I can't read them because they've been rubbed off against my money or whatever. So there are some really good apps out there that you can just take pics and it'll categorise them for you so that you can actually keep them. So we might talk about those later.
Pop them on and also we can pop those.
Pop them up on the lunch at the KGB.
Yeah.
Yeah, because these days you can email your invoices and your receipts and everything straight into your accounting software. So they're really making it a lot easier these days to keep track of all your transactions. It's certainly a tech world and the apps are just fantastic. So, yeah, get on that. I mean, there's the top 3 of Xero, QuickBooks Online and MyOb. So they're all fantastic products and services and there's plenty of add-ons to make your life a lot easier. And us as bookkeepers train you how to do it as well. We don't want you to do it yourself. We are happy to set you up and train you so that you can do it yourself, because then you're saving yourself money if you can do it quick and easy.